course. Love it. What an...
My name is Jeff, and I'm joined, as always.
Try it again.
You're not hearing me?
Yeah, the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, greetings and welcome to the Mount Rushmore podcast. My name is Jeff, and I'm joined, as always, by my good buddies Richard
Hello.
and Michael.
Howdy.
These guys debate and deliberate the most ubiquitous aspects of a myriad of topics in the last 8 years we've been doing this. And this time around, who chose this?
This was my choice.
Okay, what is it?
It is Mount Rushmore of bar appetizers.
Wow, okay. So what was the environment and what were you doing when you chose this?
Let's think about this for a second. Actually, I don't think I came up with this one at a bar or while I was eating, but I was thinking about a place that we frequently go to that has one of the choices on this list, and it got me thinking, what really are the best foods to eat while you're out at a... And I restricted it to bar in terms of appetizers because I don't need like crudette or any stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just said appetizers. That opens up restaurant appetizers. No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking specifically about like your typical sports bar. There. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's a good sign for Michael to just jump right in and tell us what his first choice is.
Well, I'm going to listen. We got to tell a story before we get to my first pick because I was thinking about this and I feel like Elrond or like Gandalf speaking about like the first age of Middle Earth. And like it has been so long since I've been to like a sports bar or a bar in general and had an I feel like I'm talking about like Glorfindel and Gil-galad and defeating Morgoth, or like Sauron has ascended to Mordor, and I'm just like, what was the last time? I can't remember the last time I've had anything out at a sports bar. I mean, even like prior to when the world changed in 2020, I didn't go out very much for like a few years before that, but I don't know. There was like an element of like nostalgia. I mean, I had this really deep nostalgic kickball going to the bar sort of feeling about this. And but I gotta say the number one choice on my list is fried mozzarella sticks because they're
Also on my list.
Because there's something about like eating not just one like cheese stick, but like multiple cheese sticks battered in who knows what and dipped in marinara sauce that makes you feel like super gluttonous and like disgusting. And for whatever reason, like I figured that also like sports bar appetizers or bar appetizers really need to be shared. And if I'm going to go down that kind of Gollum route of things that I don't want to share, is definitely like the fried cheese stick. Someone steals one, and I'm just like, oh my God, my precious. No, those are that's the thing that is so bad for you. Like, I remember when Felix was kind of getting into his kind of toddlerdom and little kiddom, and he started like mozzarella sticks started. What are those patties? What is Jeff doing?
I don't know. That's not a stick. For those of you watching on YouTube,
sorry guys, I let you down. I'm sorry.
When Felix started snacking and stuff, there we go. Look at that delicious, horrible thing. We started having like mozzarella sticks around the house. At some point, he decided he no longer likes them, even though, amidst all convincing that the number one thing that he eats is pizza is like just covered in mozzarella. Whatever.
Same, yeah.
Like the idea of eating like more than one of those is like, oh my God, that's beyond me at this time. And I can't believe it's an age when like, oh sure, I ate 6 of these in one setting in like 7 minutes while waiting for some other gigantic piece of food. Is like, we are monstrous people.
Yeah, this was on my list too, like I said, and primarily because it is the prime example of what is the least healthy thing we can possibly put into our mouths? And then how can we make it even more unhealthy by deep frying it? So let's just take a wad of cheese, batter it, deep fry it, and just jam it straight into my mouth.
Yeah.
It's when you're at a bar and assuming that you're someone who drinks while you're at a bar, which I know not everyone does, but if you are, you want something that's going to soak up the alcohol.
Hmm.
To act as that sort of a sponge, if you will. And I feel like the mozzarella stick does that very well.
Do they really? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you feel awful a few hours later,
Yeah.
which is one of the, I think, one of the hallmarks of any good sports
Yeah.
bar appetizer is
Yeah.
that you're going to feel rotten about having eaten it, almost immediately, and certainly within a couple of hours.
Yeah.
I feel
So,
like Jeff, Mr. Healthy Hopkins over here is like breaking out in a cold sweat just hearing us talk about.
no, this was as a former Atkins diet person. This was the thing I could always convince myself. Well, it's just cheese, and that's okay. It's low carb, right? But yeah,
It's healthy for you. It's good for me. I get it. Yeah.
absolutely.
Looking at that pyramid, it's got all of them on there. It's got milk.
Do you remember your dad like
marinara.
were mozzarella sticks an appetizer like when we were kids? Do you remember having anything like this?
Well, I am Italian, so yes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're trading that for a zinger with kids at lunch. Like you've got linguine and
Yeah, pasta primavera. Yes.
who wants my gnocchi? Well, because I wonder like when they came around, and if so, was cheddar like what the fuck? Huh? No cheddar? Deep fried cheddar? Like cheddar's been around just crushing it for a long time.
That sounds
And
like something that the Wisconsin Board of Cheese would try and sell you on. Deep
Yeah.
fried cheddar sticks.
I think so. Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's not as stringy, and you don't have. That's one of the things about about a mozzarella stick is you get that kind of joy of, and maybe that's why kids like them so much, of pulling on the cheese, and it just sort of goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's
And-
actually the noise it makes most of the time is.
Would this also be?
It's the Italian version of a s'more. It's got the meltiness inside. It's got a crispy outside. It's got
Sure.
marinara sauce.
It's I think also it's the thing you got to eat the fastest too. Like a burger probably is okay for 15 minutes or something like that, but these become a rock right within 10. You get a
Oh,
good
sure.
timer.
Yeah, you've got a very small window of time from when they first come out and they're molten hot. It's essentially like eating lava.
Yeah.
To when they go cold, which is within a couple of minutes. So you have this race to get all of the mozzarella into your mouth as quickly as possible.
Within a thermal window. That's I associate these with Sardo's. If you recall Sardo's.
Oh, in Burbank, yeah.
In Burbank, yeah. And they also had porn star karaoke. So there was always, it seems like I was always eating these while there was just a very sad person on stage singing Killing Me Softly. Yeah. Okay. Then Richard, what's your second one?
All right, my second choice, and this is what I was thinking about when I came up with the topic. Chips and salsa.
Oh, right.
Good choice.
Okay.
Not just at Mexican restaurants, but typically it's at your, I would say, more frequently found at your kind of Mexican bar / restaurant type establishment. I know for me, I used to go a lot to, it's a place in Hollywood called El Compadre, and they bring out, you get free chips and salsa, and you would get flamin' margaritas. And so that was I spent many a night at El Compadre getting absolutely hammered on flaming margaritas and making them regret that they gave us free refills of chips and salsa, because I probably went through half a pound of chips on my own. Now, bonus points if they also give you if you also can get guacamole with your chips and salsa. But that might be a little too highfalutin for my tastes.
Yeah. Guac is notoriously extra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Extra. Yeah.
So that's something you're going to have to pay for. Mm-hmm. But if the place, it's one thing to pay for your chips and salsa, but it just feels like you're winning at life when you get free chips and salsa. And I know the place that my wife and I do pub trivia at every week is a Tex-Mex restaurant over in North Hollywood, El Tejano, and they have free chips and salsa for everybody. They just have like a giant tub
Wow.
of warm chips that you can go scoop out and then go get your salsa
Mhm.
from the salsa bar. And there have been nights where I just didn't know what I wanted to eat, so I wound up just eating chips and salsa for dinner. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to get your $20 burrito. Boom, nailed you
Rich,
guys.
Richard's
Meanwhile,
just working the system.
meanwhile I'm paying, how God knows however much on the drinks, but I feel like that I'm winning because I don't have to pay for my food.
The place I loved chips and salsa was Chevy's in Burbank, across from the IKEA back when it was
Oh,
there.
sure.
It's next to the point, yeah. Because they had the machine that just makes them right there. And there was like a lady making like tortillas, and then it would go through the machine. Because my peeve is when you're just chowing on some chips and salsa or breadsticks at a place, and then the busboy walks by with a big plastic trash bag full of chips and salsa and fills the
Right.
thing. It's like, oh, those were just sitting in a trash bag in the break room under a leaking steam pipe.
Trash
I'm
bag chips. My favorite.
Michael, what's your second one?
My second choice is like cheeseburger sliders, because when you're like when you want to order something that has like 4 times as much bread as a regular burger, but like
Yeah.
10% as much beef to something, boy, you're making out with a good basket of sliders, because the ratio is always off. It feels like you want a burger, but then like everything is like there's too much bread, and there's just a little tiny little thing of meat, and then it's got like these little minuscule ingredients in there. But they are so fun. There is just the slider aspect is so fun. I don't know what it is. I love just looking at all of our these pictures. If you're on the YouTube site, which nobody is, where everything is yellow and brown and red. But like I just love a little like mini slider. I think that they are one of those things that also, like the other two choices so far, just great to share. It's kind of like the thing that you get when you want to get something, when you want a burger, but you also want to get like, I kind of want to get a big thing, but I kind of still want a burger. And you're settled for it. Like, all right, I'll just get the sliders to start because I really want a burger, and then I'll get I don't know, this crappy pizza from this bar, this sports bar. That's not, it's not going to be very good. But you kind of just want a pizza, and you kind of just want a burger, and you want to feel like that. I think that there's just this aspect of gluttony that just kind of goes along with like ordering all these little things, these little tiny handheld things. They trick you into thinking, oh, it's just a small thing, don't worry about it. Yeah, but you've eaten as much as you would have eaten on your actual dinner, but you've just cut it up 4 ways. It's like my kid still wants his like a donut like cut up in the morning. If we go get donuts on every 3rd or 4th weekend, he still wants it cut up into these little bite-sized little things. It's like, the slider is the same way. It's just a regular burger that's been cut in 4.
Right. But it does allow you to feel like Andre the Giant.
That's true.
Drinking a beer. And then have you ever seen pictures of him with a beer in his hand, and it looks like a little kid's toy? That's what it feels like eating a slider. Look at this little food that I've got.
Yeah, if you can put one of those in your mouth at one time, well, you're disgusting. But 2, it's a great feeling to feel like you just dominated food.
You won at food.
I've got beef. I've got beef with the slider.
Yeah, please.
I've got beef with your burger.
There should be.
Because for me, a burger, I want it as much for the toppings on it, like the onion, crunchy onion, pickle, lettuce, all that stuff. And sliders, you're right, cheeseburgers got the cheeseburger slider, that stuff. It doesn't have the rest of the stuff. And so
that's true.
That just makes me mad. That
the best they usually go with like sometimes put like a red onion on there.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only effort they're making.
That's
it. It is the low effort, but they're like, I guess red onions.
Some Eastern Bloc vegetable. The red onion.
Goulash. I will say bonus points if the slider comes on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
That's the sign that you're going to a place that's actually putting a modicum of giving a shit in in their bar appetizer.
Bonus points if
Oh,
there's
more
a
bonus.
tiny plastic baby in there, like the king bread little thing. So everybody gets a chance.
Like the
to
king
choke on
baby?
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
The king baby. Okay, I want to just challenge you guys before the episode's over to think of a food that has yet to be micro-sized, mini-sized for bar consumption, appetizer consumption. Like Michael, you're just saying, it's just a small. They're fooling us with these small versions.
Right.
Okay, all right. Okay, Richard, what's your third?
Or
Or
an
do you want to
halftime.
do our halftime? All right, hey, we're going to do our halftime. I'm going to roll into this halftime, and I'm going to play the song that we have. Is it happening?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh, wow. You know, it's spring. We got spring fever here at the Mount Rushmore podcast, and that means we're rutting and moaning and groaning and out there going through the hedges, and we got love is in the air, and that means we want to hook up with you, the listener, but most specifically want you to submit topics. Give us a spring break from coming up with the topics. There, that's what I should have started with. Give us a spring break from coming up with the topics by suggesting them on one of the social handles that we have: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, formerly Twitter, Zing, Zang, Periscope, Floorpole. We're on Floorpole. We're also on Uber. We're on Lyft. We're on TurboTax. So
We're on DoorDash. We will come and deliver food
DoorDash.
to you along with the podcast.
A podcast. Oh my gosh, Poddash. You just come.
I just
Right
came up with, we just nailed it. Let's get the lawyers on this.
Yeah. Sharks, we want $100 million investment for 5%.
I like the idea of I like the idea of you selecting the option. Just leave it on my doorstep. We just like scream for 42 minutes through the door. You're just down on the bottom of the door, just like through the crack, being like, okay, and this is what I can't believe that Spider-Man did in the new Spider-Man trailer. So I'm down here. Here's my hot take on LeBron James. I'm right down here.
They just wave. Poddash. No tip. What? No tip? Okay. That was that chicanery. Anyway, let us know your topics. Okay. All right. Richard, what's your third?
My third choice is Irish nachos.
What?
So
What?
what? What do you mean? What? Have you never heard of Irish nachos? Potato skins, basically.
Oh.
Otherwise known as Irish nachos. What?
I've never heard that term before.
Never heard the term Irish nachos before?
We were
What?
big in Dublin until now, and now I'm going to lose that.
Yeah.
Audience.
Well, you know. No, I love me a good potato skin with cheddar cheese and chives or green onions or whatever you have chopped up on there, a little bit of sour cream. I think it's actually superior to the actual nachos because I think the potato skins are thicker and they hold up more to the cheese and the toppings. And I think when you get regular nachos, if it's been sitting there for more than a couple of minutes, the chips start to get really soggy and kind of mushy, and they all just sort of melt together. And that's not what I'm here for, guys. So, yay with the Irish nachos. Not saying boo to regular nachos. But I'm saying if I have a choice between the two, I'm going Irish nachos every time.
It's just it's like regular. What? What's on it? Beef?
Well,
Cream? Cheese?
sour cream cheese. You could have like hamburger meat on there if you wanted to. You could have carne asada. You could have chicken. Any of your normal nacho toppings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could put Spam on there if you wanted to, Jeff. If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
But is it
Your Honor.
potatoes?
Your Honor, I'd like to point out that your Majesty is not persuaded by whatever this is. I've heard of like potato skins. I've never heard of Irish nachos. Yeah,
I haven't heard. I mean, Irish don't do any food good, so I don't see.
Well, there goes again. Yet again, the few listeners we had in Dublin have now just angrily stormed out
of the podcast.
No, I like I said, I will take the potato skin nachos over the tortilla chip nachos anytime.
Is
I know that's a hot.
Irish spaghetti just marinara over potatoes or something like that?
I'm sure you can
Is
make
that what
any
this is?
food. You can make any food Irish just by substituting potatoes. Yes.
Irish ice cream.
An Irish Sunday. Irish
Ugh.
split. Ooh.
Ugh. Okay.
Well,
All right.
okay. They all can't be winners, you guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
All right, Michael, what's your third one?
Okay, this is what I'm a sucker for. I'm a sucker for sweet potato fries that are on a menu. I'm not there ordering a regular basket of fries. I can get a regular basket of fries like anytime from just about any fast food place, all wherever. Everything comes shoestring fries, blah blah blah. You get your steak fries, here you go. You get all these different things. I don't know what it is about sweet potato fries because like they're so hit and miss. Mostly they're miss. They're a little bit like they're a little weak. They're often like they don't kind of have that nice balance of sweet and salty that you want. They're not great, but when they are great, they're super great. And I think I will always be a sucker for, this place has sweet potato fries, huh? Maybe they're the good ones. And then, a few seconds later, you start eating the basket of your partner's regular fries, and you're like, oh yes, this is why I didn't order them. But it's like I just get called in. There's something about them that is exotic enough.
They are
just,
like
yeah,
they are like the NBA draft pick who's like,
oh my goodness,
not very, maybe not the best numbers in college or wherever they're from. Maybe they're from some Eastern European country you can't quite pronounce. But look at the guy. He's 7'2", 250 pounds. He can't miss. So you've got like this real low floor where it could be really terrible, but your ceiling is really high with those as well.
Yeah, just brimming with potential. I think that's what it is. Like, oh my God, my hopes are so up. And then you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing again with this? I got tricked again. It's like every time like a car alarm goes off in the neighborhood, and I know what my car alarm sounds like. And it's not that. And I'm out there like peeking out the window, being like, oh, is that one mine? Oh. I'm a sucker, and I'm a sucker for sweet potato fries.
I feel like the window closes faster on these than regular fries too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good call.
Yeah.
They don't hold on to like the crispiness. They kind of just like
Yeah. Do you feel like this is the first?
They're a very fey fry. If you're out there, they're like the French Duke of fries. They're out there just dancing around with them, with like a lot of like handkerchief coming out of their sleeves, and they feel very fancy.
Yeah.
But
so now we've lost the Dublin listeners. We've lost everyone in France.
We recently watched the movie Rob Roy. Have you seen that one?
Yeah,
with Liam Neeson and
Tim Roth.
Tim Roth, who is great. He is just so villainous, but he plays like this aristocratic, very like
foppish.
Foppish, yeah. But he's like just brutal. He's just like gruesome and just like a real villain. But
that's cheese.
Tim Roth in Rob Roy is the sweet potato fries of sports bar fast food.
So is Liam Neeson the regular fry then?
Oh no, Liam Neeson is Irish nachos or Scottish nachos.
He has a very particular set of skills.
He's gonna bludgeon you. He's just like this big. He's not even like nothing frilled up. He's just like a huge potato wedge that is barely cooked. That's on a stick that will club you.
Right. Sweet potato fries also on the list of, much like with Jeff with mozzarella sticks, where you can kind of convince yourself this is a little more healthy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not regular fries, it's sweet potato fries. Sweet potatoes have to be healthier than regular fries.
Do you think it's also a sign that wherever it would be the first expansion team of the basic league?
It's the Charlotte Hornets of basketball teams. Yeah. They're out there. They're fancy. Yeah. Oh, look at this new thing.
Yeah. Okay, Richard, what's your final choice?
My final choice is the boneless buffalo wing or boneless wings.
Oh wow,
And this is another hill I will die on. I
wow.
will always get, and I will die on it probably. Literally keel over.
Big hill of wings. Yeah.
Um, I will get boneless wings over bone-in wings any opportunity I can. And I know that puts me in the minority, and we're going to be getting. I hope we get lots of angry emails about this because I just like getting emails in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand. Oh, look at that! Doesn't that look good? Look at that! Look at how good! Look at how orange and
Now that's General Tso's chicken. I feel like, isn't it?
very
Like,
similar.
yeah.
Very similar. But I don't get the appeal of eating around a bone. I'm not one of
Yeah.
those like people who can't handle food that has bones in it. But
Yeah.
like there are people who legitimately get like squeamish about eating food that has bones. It's not that. It's just that you're getting less meat for your buck
Yeah.
because half of that weight of that wing is the bone. So unless you're actually eating the bone like you're a cartoon character,
Mm-hmm.
then there's no way to strip all the meat off of the bone.
Mm-hmm.
So go with the boneless wings. I mean, yes, I know that they're pre-processed, formed, and not naturally coming out off of the chicken looking like that. I don't care. They're delicious. So yeah, give me the boneless wing versus the regular wing any day of the week.
Do you think it's missing? I feel like the boneless wing is not living up to the opportunities that are obvious in a McRib, where you print the bones in the chicken. Like I feel like
Ah,
the McRib prints the rib in the fake meat, right? There's no bone in a McRib, but there is implied bone form.
so you
So
should so they should come out looking like little drumlets
yeah, I feel like they should.
or like the flats.
Yeah, don't you think it feels like it's a design shortcoming or something like
Yeah, it's a bit of a flaw. I can once again, sharks. We would like $100 million
that?
for our idea.
How about this? All food should look like the thing that it's supposed to be.
Yes, a cow,
The
a milk
burger should just
breed.
look like udders.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you just find the most disgusting part of the animal, and it should look like that. Oh, what are you having? A burger? Yeah, it's got teats on there. What are you gonna do? I don't know.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
another disgusting animal? Any of them? They're all gross.
They're all gross.
Koala burgers? Yuck.
Well,
What is
Irish
that?
nachos should look like an Irish. Should look like
Like an
Liam
Irish.
Neeson, right?
Like an
Yeah.
Irishman, yeah.
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 A little leprechaun. Okay. All right. Michael Winfield.
My last one. The jalapeno poppers. Something
Oh.
that I have never had, nor will I ever have. It is the
Really?
number one item that I will avoid. I have no interest in this.
Wow.
I am not a super spicy food guy, but it is one of those things that's like if someone was to order a round of jalapeno poppers, I will pass. I'm sure they're fine. I don't know what goes in them. I'm sure they're just breaded jalapenos. Maybe there's something else in there. I don't know. It's going
It's
to
usually
pass me
cream
by
cheese.
100%
I think
of
there's
the time.
usually cream cheese in there or something.
See,
if I'm not
this is
mistaken.
100% brand new to me.
Yeah, it looks
What's that?
wonderful.
I don't know what that's going on there. That looks crazy.
It's like
Pass me the
spackle.
mozzarella stick.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? It's just like a jalapeno that's stuffed with some sort of
Yeah, like cream cheese or
anonymous
something like that.
cheese and then fried.
Yeah, basically.
I don't need that.
Oh, did you overcome? Was this therapeutic for you? Did you overcome your?
No, this helped me. This helped me be like,
Wait. So this is a negative pick. This is you're going negative.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
this. Oh.
Hey, listen, I go negative sometimes.
Okay.
We talk about the things that are ubiquitous to the world around us, and sometimes you got to point out these things that are like,
Okay.
thank you. That's
It's
out there on every menu. That's see you later. Goodbye. I don't need
Yeah,
that.
I mean this is not our 4 favorite things. It's what belongs on the Mount Rushmore. And if you think that jalapeno poppers are ubiquitous but suck, you gotta make a stand.
Yeah, look at
Okay.
those things. What are you doing?
Yeah,
They're smiling. They're smiling at me and daring me.
I wouldn't
Now, do
I
you-
wouldn't eat that. And I
thought
would eat pretty
this-
much anything.
That's
They
true.
have them at. Did they still have it at Burger King? Burger King had these for a while.
Did they?
Like they're cutting corners there. If you think of
Yeah.
a sports bar,
They definitely have mozzarella sticks.
they do. Okay.
Yeah, because Burger King, I think maybe Burger King is trying to
Jack in the Box
trick you
too.
into
They have
thinking
like
you're
a big
bar.
crazy
Oh.
late night menu.
Yeah. Jack in the Box.
It's like
We could have
Stoner's
done.
Paradise.
We could have done a whole episode just on late night Jack in the Box menu items,
Mm-hmm.
things that you can buy at 3 a.m. when you're coming back from the bar and you're super wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wrong. It's cheddar bites that they have.
No.
So it's not a. I don't know what's in it.
What's wrong with mozzarella then?
Yeah, hold on. This goes back to the very first pick.
Yeah. See,
These
we're,
are-
Oh,
this is-
full circle.
Yeah, full
Yep.
circle. This is the cheddar inside with the jalapenos that's fried. I bet there's a mozzarella sauce that goes along there.
Oh, wow.
That is Jeff in makeup in that picture.
yes.
I love this character. Like, who's that guy?
That is definitely somebody's copyright that we don't own.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
like the
Yeah.
that's the Irish Carmen San Diego. It's right down there. It's played by Liam Neeson.
Carmen O San Diego. By the way, I am wearing my authentically bought in Ireland Sam Maguire All Ireland Cup, the hurling championships T-shirt. So when this episode is posted and all of our anti-Irish slander
Coming back.
gets out, I want it to be known I am above this. I also like Irish nachos, so
I don't think they even have access to podcasts yet in Ireland. So I think we're
It's,
okay.
it's all run through like a potato. It's,
yeah, exactly. It's a potato chip.
You plug the AirPods into the potato and then you just listen for 27 minutes. They're short. They're not long ones.
They're called air spuds.
Ear spuds. Yeah.
Irish. Okay,
Spud
all right.
pods.
We'll do
Done.
a
We're
real
done.
quick. Yeah, we're done. Okay, here's a real quick thing because it's all good. So all of these are good. Mozzarella sticks. Can I do the sound?
Please.
Did it happen? Okay.
No.
No.
Okay. Mozzarella.
Pretend
sticks.
that it did.
Okay.
Ah, man.
It happens where it doesn't stop. Okay. Oh,
God,
oh my
quit
god.
hammering.
Chiseling away.
Chips and salsa. Okay. And I kind of this cheeseburger slider.
That's
that it?
three.
There's
That's three.
Okay. And let's go with
I like that it's like he's ordering off a menu.
I'll have
and can I have
There's just a lady that's just sitting there.
the dark
like,
horse jalapeno cheddar bites come in.
Oh, good one.
the quadruple chisel. Okay, guys, thanks so much for suggesting this amazing topic, Richard, and
Yeah.
Michael, thanks for having your answers ready. That was a weird thing. Okay. This has been the Mount Rushmore of food that'll kill you. My name is always Jeff.
I'm Richard.
I'm Michael.
We love you, Ireland.
Oh, that's the halftime music. Yay! We do love you.